today's video okay, so ladies and gentlemen, good evening all. So I hope you can all hear me. If you can hear me, please write on the comment section. Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. So you are all welcome. So I will be the one to take you by Chem 241 for this semester, and of course, for today's discussion, I'm going to introduce you to the course, and also at the same time, I'm also going to tell you on how we are going to conduct the class. So actually, as you can see, most of our lectures will be on YouTube. Most of our lectures will be on YouTube, and I have two YouTube channels, because I have to tell you this before you started the class. I have two YouTube channels. There is a Science Made Easy by Mukhtar, and also Science Academy by Mukhtar. So actually, in these two YouTube channel, I used to uh, teach a lot of courses, a lot of medical courses. I used to teach most of the physiology courses that we are doing at this level. I'm also taking like human physiology 225, human physiology 227. I'm also taking anatomy 209. I'm also taking biostatistics. I'm also taking uh, I think most of the courses that we are doing, I'm taking them. But of course, for biochem 241, I'm your 22 that are assigned to take you that course. But most of the DLC students are watching my videos. Most of them, they are watching my videos. So you can also, because I have a separate tutorial group where I used to tutor some students, especially for anatomy courses, physiology, biochemistry, and and biostatistics. So if you want to join the tutorial group, so I can actually send you the link to join the tutorial group. But I want to tell you that I'm the one that's going to take you. I will be, I will take you by 241 from beginning to the end of this semester. So I think I send you my videos on the YouTube, and I hope you have gone through the video. So now, actually, when we said biochemistry, what is biochemistry? Biochemistry is one of the branches of biology that trying to talk about the uh, life, or that trying to study life at molecular level. It's trying to study life at molecular level. So what is life actually? There is no single definition of life. There is no any single definition of life. Rather, life is defined based on some certain characteristics, and those characteristics include organization, it include metabolism, it includes irritability, and so many others. So actually, in this of our tutorial today, I'm going to give you a general overview of the three major types of medicine, which is biochemistry, anatomy, and physiology. When you said anatomy, is a branch of science that trying to talk about the study of the internal structure of a living organism. So if we are trying to study the heart in humans, we are trying to study the lungs, we are trying to study the liver and the kidney in humans, it means that you are studying anatomy. But when you are studying the function of the body of a living organism, speaking about physiology, then what about biochemistry? Biochemistry is like you are trying to study, or you are trying to study life using molecules, because we have a macromolecular, or the macromolecules of life. There are macromolecules that are found in living organisms, and they are the one that trying to determine the function, the structure of the body of a living organism. So that is the most important thing that you need to understand. So in biochemistry, we are trying to study life using molecules. So I know that I actually saw you videos. I want you now to tell me, what are the macromolecules? What are the three macromolecules that are used in studying life? What are the macromolecules of? Please write them on the comment section, because I know that I send you the videos and I ask you to watch, so that at least we'll have a discussion. So what are the macromolecules of life? Please write it on the comment section of the video. Yes, I'm listening. What are the macromolecules of life? Yeah, good evening all. Excellent. It's Ilyasu Dawasa. We have protein, carbohydrate, and lipids. So the macromolecules of life, we have protein, we have carbohydrates, and lipids. Excellent, Chiamaka Joy. So these are the macromolecules of life. So, but now the question is, remember, I told you that biochemistry is a branch of science that trying to study the life at a molecular level. And I ask you now, so now let me ask you this question. Life started from what? Is the life started from a cell? Is the life started from atoms or a molecules? Where life starts? Excellent, fish Akon. Excellent, Ebere. Life started from atom. Excellent. That means that you watched the video. So life started from atoms. Of course, atoms form molecules. Molecules, atoms form a smaller molecules, and then the smaller molecules form a monomers. So who can now give me examples of monomers? What are the examples of monomers? I said atoms. Atoms like carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen join together to produce a smaller molecules like carbon dioxide, NO2, CH4. All are the examples of smaller molecules. Then these smaller molecules form a monomers. So what are the examples of monomers? What are the examples of monomers? From atoms to smaller molecules and then monomers. So what are the examples? Excellent, Ezebra Cecilia. We have amino acids. So amino acid is one of the examples of the monomers. Excellent. Is it free to queen? Free to queen said fatty acid, but we usually call them fatty acid and glycerol. So amino acids, fatty acid and amino acid. Then what again? Because we have so many of them. Apart from fatty acid and glycerol as one, amino acid is also another example. Then what are the examples of other monomers? because we don't only have fatty acid and glycerol. Fatty acid and glycerol are example of monomers, and apart from that, we also have amino acid. So after fatty acid and glycerol, excellent, we have simple sugar like glucose. Okay, okay, you said simple sugars. Then what do we have again apart from that? I can't follow up the honest. My network is really bad. Yeah, I think now. Mix, one, mix, one. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Actually, the network problem is not from your side. It's from my side. So I'm very sorry about that. So please let's continue. So actually, we started mentioning the examples of monomers where you mentioned that we have amino acid, we have fatty acid and glycerol, and then we also have uh, and glycerol, and then uh, we also have nucleic acids. Okay, sorry, nucleotide. So now the question is, you see, I just want you to understand something. As I mentioned, life started from atoms. So atoms form smaller molecules, and then smaller molecules form monomers. And examples of monomers we have fatty acid and glycerol. Then fatty acid and glycerol form a separate macromolecules. Then we have amino acid. Amino acid also form another class of macromolecules. Then apart from amino acid, then the next one we have nucleotides. The nucleotide also form a separate class of macromolecules. Then apart from that, then we have um, simple sugars. Then simple sugars also form a separate macromolecules. Please, are you with me? Hello, please, can you hear me? Hello, please, can you hear me? Ah, okay. So what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, life started from atoms. Atoms form a molecules, and then the molecules form monomers, and these monomers also form what you call macromolecules. And you mentioned the macromolecules. So now the question is, what are the examples of a macromolecules formed from amino acid? Who can tell me? Amino acid form which macromolecules? Amino acid form which macromolecule? Excellent, Joy Akpan. So amino acid form protein. Excellent. Then fatty acid and glycerol form which macromolecule? Fatty acid and glycerol from which macromolecule? Fatty acid and glycerol from which macromolecule? Excellent. Fat and oil, or you can call it lipid. Excellent. Ogu courage. So fatty acids and glycerol form lipids. The nucleotides from which macromolecule? Nucleotides from which class of macromolecules? It's not carbohydrates. Nucleotides from which class of macromolecules? It's not lipid and it's not protein. What is the answer? Nucleotides. No, it's not carbohydrate. Hassan Muhammad Okwana. Excellent, Kun Samuel. DNA and RNA. Excellent. Lydia. DNA, RNA are the class of macromolecules formed from nucleotides. So now you see we are talking about now four classes of macromolecules. Protein, carbohydrates, nucleic acid, which is DNA and RNA, and lipids. So now we are talking about four classes of macromolecules. So now, what is the functions of red blood cell? What is the functions of red blood cells in the body? What is the functions of red blood cells in the body? Excellent, correct. Transportation of O2, that is oxygen. So red blood cells is responsible for the transport of oxygen in the body. Excellent. So now, another question. What is there in the red blood cell that make it to transport oxygen? What is there in the red blood cells that make it to transport oxygen? Excellent, Muhammad Baba Salihu, is hemoglobin. So hemoglobin, is it a protein? Hemoglobin, is it a protein? Is it carbohydrate? Is it lipids or nucleic acids? Hemoglobin, excellent. Hemoglobin in the red blood cells is what make it to transport oxygen. It's what make it to deliver oxygen in the body. So now the hemoglobin, is it a protein, carbohydrates, or lipids? Excellent. Hemoglobin is a protein. So you see, what makes the red blood cells to transport oxygen is because of hemoglobin. And hemoglobin is a protein. So you see now, I want you to understand the basic or the reason why you need to study biochemistry as a nursing student or medical student. So in the red blood cells, there is hemoglobin, which is a protein, and that's what makes it to transport oxygen. So now another question, what is the shape? What is the shape of red blood cell? The shape of the red blood cells. What is the shape of red blood cell? Excellent, Docas. Hemoglobin is a protein, yes. What is the shape of red blood cell? Excellent, excellent, Akilo Mariam. Red blood cells is by concave in shape. So what make red blood cells to be concave in shape. What make the red blood cells to be concave in shape? Concave. So what make the red blood cells to be concave in shape? Yes, I now understand. What make the red blood cells to be concave in shape? No, it's not simply sugar. What make the red blood cells to be concave in shape? What make the red blood cells to be concave in shape? Excellent. So hemoglobin is what make the red blood cells to be concave in shape. Thank you very much. So now you see, hemoglobin is what make the red blood cells to be responsible for the transportation of oxygen. So it means that hemoglobin is trying to describe why the red blood cells is responsible for the transport of oxygen. So the transportation of oxygen by red blood cells is a function. It's a function of the red blood cell. So remember, when we are talking about the function, is physiology. Physiology. So it means that if you really want to study physiology, you need to understand biochemistry. Because physiology is trying to determine the function of the body of a living organism. And what determines the function of the body of a living organism is a protein. So in human, we have over 220 different cell types. Red blood cells, brain cells, muscle cells, that is myocytes, hepatocytes, the liver cells, all of them, they are different cells in our body. And what make one cells differ from one another is because they contain different proteins. So proteins that are present in different cells, in different tissues, are different from one another, and it is actually those proteins that are found in different organs that determine the functions of each and every tissue in our body. Like for example, take eyes. We use eyes for vision and balancing. So why do we see with our eyes? Is because we have crystalline, we have opsin, we have rhodopsin. They are all proteins that are found in our eyes. So that is why we use our eyes in seeing. Look at the shape of our eyes. Is it the same with the shape of our nose? Is it the same with the shape of our mouth? It's not the same. Why is it that the shape is not the same? Is because there are different proteins. Different proteins are found in the eyes and also are found in the nose. There are even proteins that even control the shape of our nose. So that is what I want you to understand. We use muscles for movement. Why? Because we have proteins there. We have myosin. It's a protein that is found there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand. If you didn't understand the concept of biochemistry, you will definitely have problem with understanding anatomy. Will definitely going to have problem with understanding physiology. So that is why it is very important, because those biomolecules, the carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, and the nucleic acid is what determine who you are, is what determine who I am, is what even make one organism differ from one another. Because these different organisms, they have different proteins, and different proteins is what determine the functions of each and every cells in our body. Please, I don't know, are you following? Are you understanding the concept? Please, are you following me? Are you following? Okay. So thank you. So why I'm also saying this, you need to understand that understanding the concept of biochemistry will help you to understand the concept of physiology. It will also help you to understand the concept of anatomy, because the structure, when we are talking about anatomy, it's the study of the internal structure of a living organism. So go and check the shape of the liver. Go and check the shape of the pancreas. Go and check the shape of the brain cells, that is neurons. Do they have the same shape? They don't have the same shape, because the proteins that are found in the pancreas is not the same with the proteins that are found in the. Okay, are you following now? So that is what I want you to understand. So if you have anatomy like this, so if you have biochemistry like this, it will branch into anatomy, it will branch into physiology, meaning that from biochemistry, that is where you drive anatomy, that is where you drive physiology. So you need to understand that. So I want you to understand that biochemistry is one of the major tripod of medicine and health sciences. So once you have problem with biochemistry, you will definitely going to be a bad health practitioner, because you will see a lot of things may happen in the body of living organism, but you cannot explain it. You can't explain it. So that is what I want you to understand. Please try to understand biochemistry very well. So you see, we started that atoms form a smaller molecules, then smaller molecules form what you call monomers, and then from monomers we have macromolecules. So you see now we started from some point, atoms, molecules, from molecules, monomers, from monomers, then we have macromolecules. So I think in the videos that I sent to you, when these macromolecules join together, what do they form? Macromolecules join together to form another complex. And what do you call that complex? What do you call that complex? Excellent, excellent, Hilda. Damago is called supramolecular complexes. Excellent. Excellent. So what is supramolecular complexes? Supramolecular complexes is a combination of different macromolecules. And when these different macromolecules join together to form supramolecular okay, how? Now the next question is how these supramolecular complexes joined to form how these supramolecular how these macromolecules joined to form the supramolecular complexes. That is the next question. How these macromolecules joined to form supramolecular complexes. That is the next question. How macromolecules join to form the supramolecular complexes. Excellent, Hilda Damago. They actually form as a result of a non-covalent interaction. So what are the examples of the non-covalent interaction? What are the examples of the non-covalent interaction that form supramolecular complexes? I want to get some examples of them. The examples of non-covalent interaction. Excellent, excellent, Rosemary Otamaka. We have hydrogen bonding. Excellent, excellent. These are the hydrogen bonding, van der Waals force of attraction. Please write them, this non-covalent interaction. We have hydrophobic interaction number one. We have hydrogen bonding. We have van der Waals force of attraction. These three are examples of non-covalent interaction that joins the macromolecules together to produce supramolecular complexes. Excellent. So now, what are the examples of supramolecular complexes? What are the examples of supramolecular complexes? Excellent. Virus. Now, apart from virus, what other things do we have as an examples of of supramolecular complexes? Excellent. Prions, ribosomes. Excellent. Prions. All are examples of all are examples of supramolecular complexes. So number one, we have virus, we have prions, we have ribosomes. All are examples of supramolecular complexes. And so now cytoskeleton, excellent, uh, excellent, Hilda. So all these are the examples of supramolecular complexes. So you see the reason why virus is not considered as a complete living organism is because it stops at a supramolecular complexes. So it stops at a level of supramolecular complexes. That is why virus is not considered as a complete living organism. So then the next thing after supramolecular complexes, first we say that life started from atoms, atoms form molecules, and then molecules form monomers. Examples of monomers, we have nucleotides, we have amino acids, we have uh, we have fatty acid and glycerol, and then these monomers form macromolecules. Examples of these macromolecules, we have protein, we have uh, nucleic acid like DNA and RNA, we have lipids. All are examples of macromolecules. And then these macromolecules join together by non-covalent interaction to form supramolecular complexes. And then the next one is the supramolecular complexes that join together to produce another thing. What is that? Supramolecular complexes combine to form what? Supramolecular complexes combine to form what? Excellent, excellent. Ebubi Emanuela, organelles of the cell. So supramolecular complexes form organelles of the cells, like mitochondria, like nucleus, like vehicle, endoplasmic reticulum. So that is what actually happens. Atoms, smaller molecules, monomers, followed by macromolecules, followed by supramolecular complexes, and then organelles of the cell. And these organelles of the cells join together, combine together to form what? Organelles of the cells join together with the cytoplasm to form cell. Excellent, Hilda, Damago, and Emanuela. So organelles of the cells to form cell. Then cells, different cells join together to form what? Different cells come together to form what? Excellent, tissue. And then tissues form what? Tissues form what? Excellent, excellent, excellent. Organs. And then organs form what? Organs form what? System. And then system form what? Complete living organism. So when you have all the 9 systems, digestive system, skeletal system, when you have all of them together with the sense organs, that will form a complete human, a complete living organism. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you understand the basic of life. So the life started from atoms, the life started from atoms to molecules up to the complete living organism. So, but at this point, as I mentioned, if you really want to understand life, understand biochemistry, you need to understand all these macromolecules. And that is what you are going to do in this course, Biochem 241. We are going to strictly going to look at the macromolecules. That is what we are going to concentrate on. And I want to tell you that this course is very bulky. And I want us to agree on the day and time that we are going to be doing the class. When do you want us to be doing this class? Which days? Because I want us to 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 be doing the class on 2 days. 2 days in a week. And I also want to say something here very important, ladies and gentlemen, that I am doing tutorial for 5 courses that you are doing at this level. I'm doing tutorial for 5 courses that you are doing for this semester. I'm teaching biostatistics as a tutorial. I'm teaching physiology, human physiology 225, that is human physiology 1 and human physiology 2. So human physiology 225 and human physiology 227. I am also taking Anatomy 209. So I'm doing tutorial for 5 courses. But you know that I am assigned as your tutor. So all biochemistry videos will be available and they are free. And I will be sending you biochemistry videos and also will be fixing time for the discussion as I did today. So I will send you videos to watch. Then after you watch, then we will come back and make a discussion like this. But for other courses, in this of my YouTube, okay, not this of my YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels. There is a Science Academy by Mukhtar. Science Academy by Mukhtar. I have 4 of your courses that I'm doing there. This is my small YouTube channel. So I have the other YouTube channel, which is the bigger one, and I think I have over 600 videos. I have like about 700. I have close to 700 videos, and those videos comprises the videos of physiology, anatomy, biochemistry, and biostatistics. So I have a tutorial group. This WhatsApp group that we have joined, that one is specifically for Biochem 241. And there nothing will be discussed in that group except Biochem 241. But I have a tutorial group where I have, right now I think I have over 200 members that came from your sets. So we already started the tutorial. So I'm taking them every day. I used to send them videos. They will watch, and after the watch, and then we'll discuss. So I want you to understand that most of the DLC students are watching my videos. Most of them. Most of the DLC students are watching my videos. So if you want to join my tutorial group, if you want to join my tutorial group, then you can talk to me privately on WhatsApp. I will send you the link and then you join. And we have a timetable. Each and every day, I will be sending videos and then you watch. After you watch them, we discuss. But the truth is that those videos in physiology, the videos on biostatistics, the videos on anatomy, they are not free. They are not free. They require monthly payment. The monthly payment is 1,500 or 4,000. So the more you pay, the more you have the access. As I told you, most of the DLC students are watching my videos. So if you are interested to join the YouTube channel, then you can talk to me privately. I will send you the link so that you can join. The major aim of the tutorial of the other courses, it will give you uh it will give you chance to have access to all the videos in the YouTube. But as I said, Biochem 241, the course that I'm taking you is free. You are going to access them. I have like about 50 videos for this course. So you are going to watch all of them and they are free. So joining the tutorial WhatsApp group, join the tutorial group is optional, is your choice. Is your choice. So if you actually want to join the tutorial group, then you can talk to me private. I will send you the link to join it. But for Biochem 241, the tutorial group that you have joined already, that is the one that you are going to continue. But as I told you, most of the students are watching my tutorial videos. So now I'm done with that. So let's agree on the day and the time for the classes. So I think for the tutorial classes, it will be better maybe we discuss on the WhatsApp group. So please, actually for the today is just an introduction class. So I don't know if you have any question. This is just an introduction. This is just an introduction. So I'm going to stop here. So it's just actually to introduce ourselves and to know ourselves. So thank you very much. We are going to end the class now till we meet when we agreed on the time and dates. Thank you very much. Yeah, of course, I will send you the material, no problem. Yeah, most okay. So thank you very much, Queen Samuel. So thank you very much. We are going to end it now, and bye bye, and see you next.